Okay, let's take a look at 6.1 number 12. And what we're going to do is we're going to use Excel to find the standard deviation of a discrete probability distribution. So let's go ahead and paste the data in to Excel. And then there's a couple of versions of the formula. We're going to use the first one there, where we have to take x minus the mean squared times p of x and then add that up. So the first thing we want to do, of course, is get the mean. So this is going to be a column that we call x times p of x. So let's hit equals in the cell here, and so we'll do x times p of x. And then what you can do here is you can just double click down here in the column and that'll send it down. And then what we want to do is we want to add this up. The sum of x times p of x is the mean. So let's click in our function button and click sum, and then make sure we get the right data here, and then OK. So this is the mean, and I'll just highlight this one here maybe in yellow so that we know what the mean is. Okay, and then the next column that we're going to create is a column called x minus the mean. And then the other thing we're going to do, the next column, will be x minus the mean squared. Okay, and then x minus the mean squared. And then we'll multiply that by p of x. Okay, so let's go ahead now and do our x minus the mean column. So equals x minus the mean, and the mean is down here. But what we want to do is we want to make sure this mean here is locked in place so that when we click and drag, it's going to stay as an absolute cell reference. So if you double click it and then hit F4 on the keyboard, what it'll do is it'll lock this value here in place. So then just hit enter, and then we'll double click and send down. And then if you check any cell, you can hit F2 to see the formula there. You can see that that cell there is locked into place. Okay, that's probably where the mistake was in this column, because I noticed your x minus the mean column was not quite right. Okay, so now we'll just square this guy here. So we're going to say equals to this number and then squared. Okay, and then we'll double click, send down. Okay, and then the very last column, we're going to take x minus the mean squared and then multiply it by p of x. So it's going to be this number here times p of x. And then we'll enter, and then we'll click. And now the formula says we're going to take the sum of x minus mu squared times p of x and then take the square root of that. So let's just go ahead and take the sum here. So click OK. Alright, looks like it got it. Okay, so that's the sum. And then we can come down here and say, okay, so the standard deviation will be equal to, and we're going to take the square root of this number. So there's a function in Excel, square root, SQRT. So we'll double click that and then click here and close parentheses out and then enter. Okay, and so it looks like you get 1.1, which is what the correct answer should be for this problem. So I hope this helps, and just let me know if you need anything else. Take care. Bye-bye.